Hi everyone. Week 3 of Lovable shipped. I'm back with PageTurner. This week I was able to get a ton done within the application. And see, when I click this drop down, all of the different pages that now have been set up within the application. A good mix of pages for the actual experience for users, as well as the infrastructure needed to test and track analytics within the app. The reason why I was able to go through and get all of this done was because of Lovable's new agent mode. So got an email last Wednesday that this was coming out, and the thing that interested me most was 90% fewer errors and improved generation. And I thought, once this comes out, I'll be able to get through the platform a lot quicker. The reason I thought that was what was slowing me down was every time I went to build out a module within an overall feature, I was getting a ton of errors and kept having to fix those. Again, don't get me wrong, this is a lot faster than having to do it manually on my own, and a lot cheaper than hiring someone to do it for me. And going into week 3, I wanted to start turning this into a production ready app. So to just give you some insight into how I plan this stuff out, in the original video, which is on the page-turner.ai website, it's primarily a front-end experience with very little back-end infrastructure. I wasn't planning on building this application all the way out this year, especially within a few weeks. So I had Claude do an audit of that, and I threw that audit into here to come up with a full project plan that pre-AI I could have delivered to a team of developers to start building this out week by week. And you can see it right here. Like I said, the completed portion of that web app was a lot of front-end reusable components, but no real back-end implementation. So was going through, and this is my week 2, which is getting up the infrastructure, the API, authentication, row-level security for the data tables that were being created, and I'd have to go through each of these prompts one by one and then try to troubleshoot the errors within Lovable. And when the agent mode came out, I figured I'm going to put it to the test. So you see this module right here, file storage, has 2 separate prompts. Before the agent, I would go one by one. Now I was doing the full thing at once, and I truly was getting less errors, which allowed me to speed through most of the phases within the full project plan, which has been awesome. So if I go to the library here and see, we're actually pulling in these books using Google Books API as well as Gemini's API to generate recommendations and summaries and all of that. So real data behind this application now. I then did an audit after getting through all of those weekly build outs, and to just show you how I set up my projects within Google Drive. We have each week with different prompts and features that I'm trying to build. And once I got through that, did another audit, and we're about 70% of the way there in terms of being production ready. So a lot of these front-end components now need to solidify the link with the back-end infrastructure that exists. And once that's done, this will be ready to completely ship. So have been really impressed with Lovable, as well as this new agent mode. Next week, I am going to be going through and putting the finishing touches, as well as closing the gap between the front end and the back end of the application. We already have a ton of things like analytics built out, as well as performance monitoring pages. With authentication, I can simulate onboarding flows. So I'm going to just pull that up real quickly so you can see it. So what a new user would see when they're trying to go through. I can look over people's profiles and just the stuff you would need if you were actually building out an application. So really excited to see where this goes. In the coming weeks, I'm going to continue usability testing. I've been testing the older prototype, which is just the front end and mock data. So if anyone's interested in signing up for that, you can go to page-turner.ai and click reserve my invite. And once we have that good to go, I'm going to completely deploy it and start treating it like a real application. So excited to see what other people are doing. If you want to connect at all to discuss my process, you saw a little bit of it right now, as well as how I plan to use Lovable moving forward. Don't hesitate to hit me up at james@vapor.technology. I'll have a few links in the description of this project, and good luck heading into the next week.